All right, hello. You are watching this video because you are ready to do some work with the SculptGL website. You have already completed your first challenge of looking up some sculptures from around the world. You have already gone through and done some reading and thinking about some vocabulary words like realistic, sculptural, functional, and abstract. You've looked at some examples of what those words mean. You've maybe even looked them up on the internet so that you really start to understand the words. And you have completed a definition challenge on slide 7. But here you are, you're ready to go ahead and you're ready to start a digital sculpture. The first thing you're going to do is you're just going to experiment. You're going to open the SculptGL website by clicking the big link at the top, and you're going to experiment. What does everything do? I'm not giving you a real challenge for this. You need to sort of go on and look around the program until you start to figure out what some of the tools do. I'm going to show you just a couple things, and then it's kind of on you to go in there and figure it out. So this is a pretty cool website. It was designed by an artist who wanted to be able to do sculpture on the computer. Maybe they didn't always have access to clay or plaster or some other supplies, but they wanted to be able to do some sculptural thinking. They wanted to think like a sculptor. Okay, the first thing I would do if I was you is notice this is basically going to be like our piece of clay. We're going to be able to mold and shape this. But before we can do that, I want you just to be able to sort of figure out how to move around the space. I'm moving the camera by clicking and dragging with my mouse so that I get a different point of view on this sphere of clay. I can also use the arrow keys on my keyboard to move left to right or to zoom in or zoom out. So that's one thing you definitely want to play with, is being able to use the cameras. Okay? I also want you to know that there are some drop-down menus here at the top. I'm not sure what they all do. Neither do you. We need to figure that out. That's our job right now. I promise you're not going to break this program. Okay? Anything you do can probably be undone or you can start over. But go ahead and just start clicking around here to figure out what some of this stuff does. Oh boy, I just added another shape, another shape, another shape. Oh my goodness, we're really going wild now. Okay? Let me see if I can undo here. I'm going to hit Control Z on my keyboard, and yep, I can go back to the beginning. Okay. Oh, there's also a history button here, so I'm starting to figure that out. Camera, another way to control your camera. Language, if you want to switch. Okay. There are also some drop-down menus over here. There looks like there's 3 categories: rendering, topology, and sculpting. So again, I don't exactly know what I'm doing, you guys. Whoa. But I can basically undo anything that I need to undo. What does this do? Can I make it look like different types of materials? Okay. Not shading. I don't know. There's some cool stuff here, you guys. I kind of like that. It looks like metal or something. Topology. I don't know. Sometimes you'll click on things and things won't really work, or they won't seem to do anything, and that's okay. I don't know much about that. I'm going to close it for now. Under sculpting and painting is where we're going to find some really cool stuff. There's a drop-down menu with tons of different tools. So what happens if I actually use one of these tools now? I don't know if you can see, but I am changing the surface of this shape in some way. If I click and move it, you can kind of see it a little better. I would just sort of go through and ask yourself, what does each one of these tools do? Kind of making a weird blobby shape. I also notice that I've got 2 dots every time I touch this thing. I think if I turn this symmetry on or off, I'll either get 1 dot or I'll get 2 dots. So keep that in mind. I could also change the radius, the size of my tool, the intensity of my tool. I would really just go through and figure out what these all do. So this is your next challenge. Good luck. Let me know if you're having any trouble.